All right, this is our third technique. This technique is great if you have a lot of hair, a lot of texture to your hair, and you just kind of need to remove some of the hair out of the bun. So I found that this is very helpful for that. So you're going to prep the hair like we have in the past videos using some kind of wax, detangling brush. For this technique, you will need 2 ponytail holders, so 2 elastic bands. And then once everything is brushed out, you are going to divide the top half of the hair out from above the ear up to the crown of the head. You need to make sure it's higher than you would think it would need to be, so that way it doesn't lay too low where the hat is going to sit. And you can put as much hair thickness wise into this as you need to. Just remember to keep it above the ear and make sure that we place this ponytail in the crown of the head. That way it doesn't get in the way. And just make sure you don't grab anything from the bottom, because that definitely has a tendency to happen. All right, and then I'm pulling the pieces underneath the part to help tighten up that ponytail too. That also allows the band to lay a little flatter, so you don't have to worry about it interfering with the hat either. Now we're going to go through and continue to brush the hair together, and now you will create the low ponytail. And we'll do this just like we have in the previous videos. I'm having Abigail look down for me so I can get some nice tension there and a good, solid, low ponytail. And just working my elastic band through like we have been. Making sure it's nice and low, and we'll tighten it up. Awesome. And of course, her hair has already been prepped. If you do have a lot of texture to your hair and you're going for this technique, I'd strongly advise either the hair to be a little damp, or if it's dry, to go through and make sure it is flat iron. That helps out as well. All right, and from this point, you just create the bun however you prefer, with either using the first technique or the second technique. I do the first technique mostly on Abigail, so I'm going to continue with that, creating my roll and wrapping it around the ponytail holder, giving it that circular shape, and using my bobby pins, again, rigid side towards the scalp, so it can adhere and grab onto the hair really nicely. And give lots of hold. And we are still going to be using our classic hairnet. So if you start to see some of those little hairs, don't worry. Just want to make sure that the base of the bun is nice and pinned in real firmly. All right, I'm going to add just a few more pins just to make sure that when I let my hands go, it's going to stay. The day of the show, I typically put in a lot more than this, so don't go easy on your hairpins. All right, now I'm going to apply the hairnet just like we did, making sure that we get all the little hairs down there. All right, and I'm doing my wrapping it around the bun, twisting it, and wrapping it back around again. All right, and in this process, you'll notice that if you do have a little end of a hair that you have forgotten to put in your bun, I left a little piece out to show you guys that if that happens, you don't have to redo the whole thing. You'll notice it on the bottom right there. Especially when I have her turning a little bit, you'll see it. That side is good. And this side will have just a little bit of hair right there at the bottom. So if that happens, if you have had a piece of hair to escape, You're just going to tuck that back up into the bun shape and then secure it with a hairpin. Will be nice and easy. And then bobby pins just for all over added security. So that is an easy fix. When you're dealing with a lot of hair, that is very normal for it to happen. So you can just tuck and pin and not have to worry about redoing the whole shape.